Hey, hello. Hi, Anit. How are you?
Hey everyone, quite well, Ishan. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good, doing good.
It's a
So,
Friday evening for you. Any exciting plans for you?
yeah, already it's been exciting day. So I'm planning to just rest. After the stream. Yeah,
Good, good, good.
nice.
Um, I think let's bring up our special guest for today. So somebody who everybody knows about, who's a special
Yeah.
developer. He was a developer. I think he used to manage a lot of meetups before, but now he's a developer advocate. So welcome Prashant to the show. Sorry, Pranav to the show.
Hey, everyone's. Yeah, I think Harneet is talking to our other MVP Prashant a lot,
Yeah,
so that's
just all
that's
over my mind.
confusing. I get that. So hi everyone, how are you all? So
Hello.
Ishan, let's go into the introductions. I believe, right?
Yeah.
Ishan and Harneet, do you want to go first?
All right. So I'll start. Myself, Ishan. I'm a certified technical architect working with EY. I've been with the ServiceNow ecosystem for 5 plus years now. Been with IT for 8 years. And yeah, just enjoying the journey, how the way it's going. I just love working the platform. Yeah, and today we are going to talk about one of my favorites components of the developer community that we have is developer meetups. So yeah, let's get into it.
Awesome.
Hey, hi honey, over to you.
Awesome. Thanks, Ishan. So, hi everyone. My name is Harneet. I'm a certified technical architect as well. I work with Accenture. I'm a ServiceNow developer MVP for 2023, and I'm a knowledge speaker as well. Closely around 8 years of experience on the platform. Again, quite excited to be here on the show. More of I'll be talking about my experience as a member of most of the meetups. I've actually joined most of the meetups as a member, so I'll share my experience around that. So yeah, that's me. Over to you, Pranav.
All right. So I think I can rename myself to Prashant this time, right? Let
He's
me
a
just.
developer on my team, so it's not the Prashant from the MVP. He's actually a developer on my team. It's just
All right.
overlapping.
All right. So for everyone like who don't know me, my name is Prashant. No, it's like Pranav. So, and I'm a senior developer advocate at ServiceNow, close to around 8 years of ServiceNow experience. And like I was a software engineer, started as a software engineer, then moved into consulting, and after that, I worked with a customer to help them with their implementation. And after that, like I'm into service now and talking about like creating content for our developer audience and being a developer advocate. So basically today's agenda is more about like developer meetups. I have heard a lot about what like a lot of questions come to me on chat like, okay Pranav, you are uploading this image about like Hyderabad meetup, Bangalore, or Ishan is uploading for Melbourne, Harneet for London. All these you guys are seeing all these pictures and everything, but a lot of newbies are not aware exactly what are developer meetups. So let's go into my slides just to show you like what exactly are the meetups. So let me know if you're able to see my screen.
Yeah, we
Ishan or
can.
I'm
Neet?
able to.
All right, perfect. So first thing is like, what are developer meetups altogether? So developer meetups are something that are for the community and also led by ServiceNow community itself. So when I talk about community, it can be anyone who is passionate about ServiceNow technology altogether, right? And we from our side, like ServiceNow backs up all these all the meetups that are there. So it's like run by the community itself, joined by all the passionate developers all together, right? And the things that we cover in the meetup are technical topics, best practices, or maybe just networking or happy hour. Or sometimes we go into the nuts and bolts, like in the previous month. If you have seen me on LinkedIn, I have done a lot of RPA labs there. So that's kind of an agenda about developer meetups. Again, like what's the purpose of it? Like why we have these developer meetup? It's all about connecting like-minded people who are passionate about ServiceNow tech to join and like connect with each other. I can share my story. Like back in 2017, I was also newbie, as I told you in my intro, right? I was a software engineer. So what happened at that time is like I joined this developer meetup in Bangalore. That was my first meetup. So being a new person who doesn't know a lot of people in the ServiceNow world or ecosystem, I was a bit worried like how it will be. But to my surprise, like when I joined the meetup, it was a really great experience. Whether I was talking to a newbie or maybe like 10 years experience or maybe like 15-year experience, all these people I talked with, and they were like they were ready to share their experience altogether, ready to help me out if I had certain concerns and all. And fun thing is like in that meetup, I was able to meet some of our old developer advocates who are like I think Andrew Barnes was there, Josh was there. So all these people were there. I met them during the meetup. I didn't know exactly what they were doing, to be very honest, like because I was a newbie into ServiceNow altogether. It's like probably 2 years into ServiceNow at that time. So got to learn a lot. From that time, I developed a passion towards like joining all the meetups. So I started joining different meetups in different locations all together, and then I moved into like being an organizer for the Bangalore meetup in India. So that's was my journey. So why I told you about this story is like because meetup is a very safe place for you all, whether you are a fresher, whether you are like experienced or anything, you can join this place, and we share a lot of learning content for you all. As I mentioned, like we sometimes go into deep technical stuff or high level stuff. That's our agenda, and the thing that we make sure that doesn't happen in a meetup is like there is no sales talks or there is no marketing thing. It's all about you, so that you can learn, share your knowledge, and network with the community itself, and most importantly have fun. So that's kind of agenda for the meetups. And again, I talked about it's for the ServiceNow community altogether. So whether you are an experienced ServiceNow developer or whether you are a new ServiceNow developer, you can join that. Any admins can join, or if you are anywhere related to ServiceNow, you can join. Or if you are even passionate about ServiceNow technology altogether, feel free to join all these meetups that are there. And like how often these meetups happen. So generally we have different groups like across globe. I think I'll talk about the groups in a upcoming slide, but what we prefer is like one meetup every quarter. That's the thing. It can be a virtual event so that you can connect virtually with the audience, or it can be an in-person event, or sometimes like hybrid. Like I remember like one of the group in India, that's Pune group. They did a hybrid meetup where they set up some like Zoom links for people who are not able to join. They set up a camera, and it was kind of a hybrid thing. And coming to meetups, like what is it in it for you as a like an organizer? Like when I was an organizer, when I started to do the Bangalore, I joined the organizing team for Bangalore. So one thing that was important is like I got to learn a lot how to how to lead, how to be a good leader in these terms. And also that was one of the benefits for an organizer. And if you are someone who is speaking at a particular meetup, because again, it's run by you, so you can go ahead and talk with the organizer and be a speaker at the meetup. So you will get like a lot of you will get like presentation skills and all these things. So that will be really helpful to it. And again, like it's about like personal brand also. If you're presenting at a meetup or if you're meeting different like community members in ServiceNow, definitely you'll have some personal branding. And also from personal brand itself, I'll talk about the recent meetup that I was part of. So it was in Hyderabad, India. So there was a person named Sai. So he was a freshman from college. So he shared a really interesting story with me during the meetup about his some technical journey and also certain fun stuff. when he was building some tech thing. So from that time, like me and Sai are connected and we are talking about certain things. So that's how you make friends there, you build your personal brand, all these things. So that's like kind of an opportunities that you get when you take part in a particular meetup. So again, we have 65 chapters across globe. Like when I say chapter, these are groups. It can be like we have a London group, New York group, Bangalore, Melbourne. All these places we have a developer meetup. So I'm gonna put a link in the comment section so that if you are not part of any group, you can be part of the groups very easily. And yeah, I think I don't want to bore you with a lot of stuff, and I'm here to answer your question. And if you have questions, you feel free to ask your questions. You don't have a lot of questions, share your experience in the chat section. And I think like I'll pass it to Ishan and Harneet now. So because Ishan is an organizer for Melbourne group, right? So I think it's Melbourne or Sydney. That's Ishan is the organizer, so he will share his expertise on like how what he learned from the meetup and how was his experience, because he was also an attendee in the start, then he moved into the organizing role and all. So over to you, Ishan, like to share your experience, then we'll take certain questions from the chat.
Yeah, so it's been like quite an experience. I still remember like I went October, I think August or October 2021. That was the time when like I was in chats with ServiceNow about this, because during the 2020 and 2021 there were no one organizing these meetups because the person who used to do had left. And I used to see on LinkedIn that these chapters are going on everywhere. So I was like, why this is not happening in Melbourne, like and we do have a group but no one is organizing it. So I got in touch with Lily, I think, from ServiceNow, and then got in touch with Leah at that point in time. Now Tanvi is taking care of these meetups. So yeah, that's how I got into it. And I still remember like my first meetup, I was very nervous, and like how it's gonna be, what will I do. So, and just because I was not that confident at that point in time, I got chucked for the first meetup, and also to bring in traction to that meetup chapter that we are reinitiating. So, and
Mhm.
yeah, and that was the day, and it's been almost 2 years now. So 2023, so we have I have organized like for like we have to organize one every quarter. So, and like today is the day, like it's just another thing for me. So I just go there, talk about a topic, app engine studio, flow designer, next experience. These are the topics that I've spoken throughout. But it doesn't I also focus on the happy side of things, not just having death by PowerPoint. So the other things that I look forward is having just happy hour meetups. I remember like first meetup this year, we went out for bowling, so that that we had drinks, food, that everyone was bowling as well. So those kind of building activities, networking activities. It's just not just about talking technical things and sharing it with everyone, but also sharing that that networking and those happy hours, right? So, because those invaluable, the in-person chats are invaluable. And I think since the time we have gotten back into this of organizing these in-person meetups, things have been like really great, because we all know that whatever we do online is one thing, but when we meet in person, we get that thing for the other person, that we understand how that person is in a better way. So yeah, and
I think,
just
yeah,
yeah.
Ishan, that's a great story. Like altogether, everyone starts like that, and like sorry to cut you out. Like I like to answer certain questions from the chat. Like a lot of people, you are discussing how to join a meetup group, right? And because I talked about like 65 chapters, right? So like I'll let me share my screen again. And so basically, I provided a link. Let me know, Ishan and Harneet, if you're able to see the meetup groups altogether.
Yes.
Yep,
Yeah.
you can.
So
Yes.
So people who are going through it, so this is the link, like it's a meetup.com. If you go to meetup.com, search ServiceNow Dev Program, so you will be able to see all these meetups. We have 65 chapters as of now, and here you can see what are the upcoming chapters, right? And we have a lot of groups. So for example, like you can see the Bangalore group is on the top. So if you go into Bangalore group, if you are not part of the group, so you can also search if there are any group, or you can just search here in the list itself. We have almost 65 groups, so it's easy for you just to search. So I'm gonna take just an example of Bangalore. If you click on the Bangalore group, right, so here you can see a join this group option. So when you click on this join group, so you will be part of the community altogether. We have almost like 2500 members, so this is how you can join in, right? And like there was another question, like when is the meetup, like we don't know. So if you, once you're part of this group altogether, you will get some notifications. Like for example, on the 19th of August, I did like a build with RP meetup, right, in Bangalore. So you will get a notification that's there. And also, like for example, let me take another example. So me and Chuck are coming to London for a developer meetup. So let me just open this thing up. So if you're there in London, so you can join that group and be part of the event altogether. So yeah, let me go ahead and refresh it once.
And while we're
And
at it, I think we've got the event happening on 31st, so you should be able to see the link right on top. So if you're interested to scan it, do sign up for the event and come and meet us all.
yeah, exactly. And like, if you have any questions, right, reach out to Dhruv Gupta, Gopal Garg, and also Russell. These are the three organizers from the London team. So you go ahead, and if you have any questions, if you're not able to register for it or not, it's loading up. This page is loading up a bit, but let me just quickly refresh it again, and it should be showing up. I think I can just type London and.
This happens, right? Whenever we are in a live demo as well, like this happens, right? The site just suddenly becomes slow. Like it has been working fine all the while, but yeah, we've
I,
all
I'm I'm kind of used to this now because I do a lot of live coding happy hours for ServiceNow developer programs. So I deal with it. Now there is nothing like that. So, but like people who are not aware of live coding happy hour, that's our show on our ServiceNow developer program YouTube channel where we go into the nuts and bolt of certain technology altogether. Like if you just search ServiceNow developer program, you'll be able to see that. So I think like let me search London ServiceNow developer meetup. So I think that will come up. You can see on top. If I click on the ServiceNow developer London, you can see that this is the upcoming event. We have a meetup there on October 31st. So if you want, you can attend this thing if you're based in London. So definitely you can attend these things. So this is how you can join the meetups and other things. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, let me stop sharing. And oops, yeah. So
Yep.
any other question, folks, in the chat? If you have any question, so I'm more than happy to answer those. Then we'll go into Harneet's experience, like because Harneet is more of an attendee to these meetups, and we'll hear from Harneet. So let me go through it in the
yeah.
chat section.
I think we have
Thanks,
got a
Dhruv. I think, yeah. Does it have a specific name, the meetup group? Priyanka, like for example, if you're based in Delhi, Bangalore, anywhere, right? So what you can do is like you can just search Bangalore ServiceNow developer group or go to this particular link altogether, and you search your location. If there is a group that's in your city, you can join it. If there is no group, then you can join some nearby groups that's there. Okay,
And
perfect.
just to add, Pranav, I think what has helped me as an attendee is there are
Mhm.
always WhatsApp groups being created. And also, if you have subscribed for the meetups, you always receive an email as soon as the event has been created. And again, people are socializing those events quite often on these medias. So, yeah, once you get part of these meetups, you always get reminders or you know, alerts saying that the next event is happening on these dates. Go sign up.
Yeah, and I think like the best place is the meetup.com itself. If you
Yeah.
go there, right, you can just search your group altogether, join it. You will get all the email notification when the event is created. So if you are interested to join, whether it's a live event or whether it's a virtual event, you can just enroll in it. That's how simple it is. Sometimes like we ask like I because as an organizer we ask you certain details like name, email, or like just to register for it on a web page or something like that. So that because we have limited slots again. This is again one thing about meetup groups. It's like we have limited slots, and why we have limited slots? It's the reason is very simple. Like we want like people to interact because if it's a very big crowd altogether, that's there. The networking is like bit slower and all. So I that's why we have like generally we have 30 to 40 people in any meetup, so that's about it. So yeah, I think I don't see a lot of questions in the chat. So Harneet, why not you share your experience as an attendee?
Pranav, maybe a quick question. I'm not sure if people have asked it or how does it actually work, but maybe just for everybody's awareness. So let's say I want to present something in Ishan's meetup. What's the best way to, showcase anything that I'm doing on my project or, stuff that I've done on my personal instance. So how do I, make sure that I get to be a presenter at a meetup?
Yeah, that's a very good question, Harneet. Like I would say you have to directly talk with Ishan or the organizer itself.
Yeah.
Just send them
So
a message on LinkedIn or anywhere, and you can be a speaker.
so another thing is, see, like many times with the, being an organizer, one of the hardest thing is that you like it's hard to think about a topic. So you're already organizing, right? And but you also are presenting many times. So we are also in the need of speakers. So if anyone is volunteering, we are more than happy to give them the chance to speak and present what they have to. So yeah, it's just a shout out to everyone. And another thing that I always say is, the about the community as a whole, and these meetups, knowledge creator con sessions and everything. Many times I think we are all hesitant that people will judge us. How are we gonna do? What if we say something wrong? So I haven't personally experienced that as of now, and I also started, I think, where many of you guys are right now. So it's right time. Whenever you start, it's the right time. And yeah, I mean, just reach out to the organizers and think about a topic that you're comfortable with, like maybe flow designer, or just writing up a business rule, or a JavaScript code, right? Something, it can be anything that you think that that's your niche. So yeah, just reach out and start presenting, and you'll see the
Yeah,
difference in 1 or 2 sessions, I think.
exactly. Like, I think I totally agree with what Ishan says, right? Like, this is a very safe space and open space for anyone. If you are like, probably if you are someone who is like a new person into ServiceNow ecosystem, and if you are hesitant, like to present in front of your clients or something, come to the meetups, present in front of the audience. You'll like people will give you a good feedback about it, like how you can improve these things, and people can learn from it also, right? Whatever the topic that you are sharing, it will be learning experience for a lot of things. And I would say like this is my personal thing. If you feel like Ishan said, like writing a business rule, writing building a flow, so you might be thinking, Pranav, like we people have created a lot of content around it, right? Like flow designer, business rule, I know that, right? But this is like one thing, like every time somebody presents a topic, right, whether it's a video, whether it's a live session, it will be a different experience altogether. Everyone has their own style, right, of presenting and all these things. So that just make sure that you like go ahead and reach out to organizer if you are interested in presenting. And Badal is asking one question, like what are the other roles one can be part of other than being a speaker? You can be an attendee, you can just simply join the meetup and just listen or just do networking, whatever you want. And we have the organizers for each chapter. So let me quickly go to my screen, because like Harneet asked a really nice question, like how to reach out to organizers. So let me share my screen. So I have this London meetup already opened up. So in this you can see, right, like it's saying that organized by. When you click on these four options, so you will see the leadership team. Right now we have Dhruv, Gopal, and Russell and Phil. All these four people are already there in the leadership team. So you can probably reach out to them. If you are in London and you see there is a meetup that's happening, reach out to them and they will help you out with like maybe they will give you a slot where you can present those things up. That's there. So let me go back to stop sharing. Oops. All right. So that's there. And I see one more thing, like through meetups people make good connection. Exactly, like through meetups, like you make really good connection. I have made a lot of friends through meetup itself, right? Like Ishan is there, Neet is there, like we talk through meetups. Like during COVID time, like we connected over meetups, we start discussing about certain things. Then now we talk a lot of other stuff other than service now, right? So that's great. That's a place where you not only just learn about service now technology, but you will make some really good connections altogether. So I really love the person like who commented this. I can't see your name right now, but yeah, thanks for sharing your experience. And
I think
so
while we were talking about that presenting at one of the developers meetup, right? I think one of the good things that can come up right after this is you might, understand that the topic is quite good. You might just go ahead and submit that for your presentation at Knowledge. And again, if it gets selected, you get to present the same thing or as an abstract of that same thing onto a wider forum as well. So we do have, another thing that's going around at the moment, which is the CreatorCon call for content. So if you are interested to present at Knowledge this year, if you have developed something as a developer, if you have developed something which can help the community, if you have explored something quite unique on the platform, and if you want to share it with the wider forum, we have got the CreatorCon call for content open. Scan the code. Again, all you need is an abstract, an idea what you need to present, and then again, we also have the office hours happening parallelly, wherein you can go into these sessions with ServiceNow, get your abstracts, your ideas ironed out, and then yeah, uh, uh, go ahead and submit those sessions up.
yeah, awesome. That's a really great shout out, Harneet. Like, so let me give some quick overview, like what is CreatorCon. So CreatorCon is for the developer audience. This is an event that happens in Knowledge, and one CreatorCon is now happening in London on like end of this month. That's happening. So you can join these events, and in this events, like you have lab sessions, different like lab session is there. You can see the community forums. All these things are there. So plus Meetup is also part of these CreatorCon. So yeah, this is a bigger forum. Like once you have gained some experience through like presenting in the meetups, you can always put these things for CreatorCon. And yeah, who knows, like your presentation gets selected. Like I remember like I presented my first presentation during Bangalore meetup back in 2017 altogether. People loved that. People were like, "Oh, that's really nice. I applied for a CreatorCon presentation, and that same presentation got selected there also." So that was a really a good achievement. So yeah, Meetup is a place where you can do trial and error. That's there. So perfect. All right, like let
Yeah.
me look into some of the like Mohit, you are saying it gives a place to, yeah, you can, it gives you a space to showcase your skills. And even like if you're facing, I remember like a couple of people in who were like developers, like they came to the meetup and they presented a business use case that they were struggling with, and they were asking questions like how we can improve it. And again, they have taken approvals from their clients and everything to share those things. So make sure that you don't share confidential things during the meetups and all. But they have taken all these approvals and also, so they got some idea about it. So that's how beneficial meetups are. Like I can't emphasize means I always emphasize on these facts, right? Like it gives you a lot of good opportunity. You can do you can learn from people, you can share your knowledge, and and most importantly, you will build a lot of good connections. And these connections are really helpful. Like no matter what you do, whether you are into ServiceNow job or you are in your personal life, you'll make a lot of good connections through the meetup itself. I think that's pretty much it that I wanted to share. And in the last, like I'll probably share something like we have World Forum meetups that are coming up. So I think if you're seeing my background, we had one meetup in Toronto on the 19th, right? I'll just put it like this on 19th, and the another one is happening in Dallas on 24th, and then on 31st it's happening in London, where I and Chuck will be there. So if Dhruv, you are in the chat section, you can just probably put the meetup link of
That's why
London
there.
meetup so that.
That's why
Oh,
there on the
cool.
selfie side
Yeah,
keeps
this
going.
side, like on her needs left shoulder, I believe. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So you can join that. And after that, we have something in November. That's on 7th in New York. And on the 30th November, it's in Charlotte. So all these things you can see in my background. That's there. So yeah, we'll just now take last few questions from the chat. If you have any questions about meetups, do let us know. And again, it's like if you are watching this live stream after the live show altogether, if you're watching the recorded version of it, I would say go ahead and comment in the stream itself or in the YouTube, wherever you are watching, on YouTube, LinkedIn, just comment, and I'll try to personally answer each and every question there itself. So that's also for you all. And yeah, so any final question from the chat, Harneet and Ishan?
No, few good points from, I think Dhruv and Mohit are seconding the same thing, where it's like a sandpit for preparing yourself for a bigger game. Like, showcase your benefit, right? Yeah.
I think I've got a couple
Exactly.
of good things that came out as a, I mean, as I said, I've just been attending these meetups quite often now,
Hmm.
and a couple of things that have really helped me in my career is these. So I think I met Ashutosh in our previous developer meetup. So one thing that really helped me out was, again, we are doing something similar what they are implementing or what he was presenting on in our customer environments. And what really helped me was to understand how he did it, what are the challenges that he faced. Again, talking face to face with a person who has already done it really helped me. So again, making connections is what came out at the back of it. I met another guy called Shrikant. He's again a good developer who's working mostly on the UI builder areas. He's been I think he has won the hackathon a couple of times. But yeah, it's a good connection that I got from him. Again, we are also thinking to get him invited on one of our podcasts just to share his experiences around how he thought about the ideas that he presented at the hackathons. How's his experience being on the UI builder? Because a lot of people aren't so comfortable using UI builders still on their projects. So maybe bringing him onto the podcast will help the developers get that interaction or the information that he has reach out to a lot of people. So I mean, socializing, getting all this new information, what people are doing on the projects. I think all of these things have really helped me in my career and also developing myself from a technical skill set perspective.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's thanks for sharing that, Harneet. Like everyone, like not just you, I think Ishan, me, and people who have attended the meetups, they have gained something out of it, whether it's a technical knowledge or maybe just friends out of it. Like that's a beauty of ServiceNow developer meetups. And in the end, like I can just probably say, go ahead and join the chapter that's near you. And I have from this podcast, I'd like to reveal that I'll be doing one meetup tour in India in December. So I'll be going to 4 locations. So just put in the chat like which locations I'll be going to. So just guess it. So that's a kind of announcement that I wanted to make, and you will get a lot of details mid-November. I'll be sharing a lot of stuff in mid-November. So that's about it. Go ahead again. I'm just plugging in multiple times. Go ahead and join the group. and be part of this awesome journey. And I'm 100% sure that you will love the experience. So that's
So
pretty much it.
some something has came up like about ServiceNow swag in meetups. So uh, yeah, we do have swags as well at times. I personally haven't got, but yeah.
don't
I
don't
mean,
forget about
I
all
do
the
have a,
fun
I
events.
mean, to distribute to the other attendees, right? So, like, not, yeah.
Yeah, so we do have swags. Like
Mm,
sometimes we give swags to everyone. Like if you have joined any meetup for the Build with RPA, like in Pune, Bangalore, or Hyderabad, if you have done the challenge, you would have got a Creator Con t-shirt, and I think Ishan is wearing it, that t-shirt itself, right? And generally, like we do give swags. Like we have a lot of like fun activities that happens during a meetup. So if you win that activity, then you will definitely get a swag. And again, like I'm thinking to bring swags for everyone for my meetup too. So make sure that you join the next event. Like no matter what, you will get something. So that's a
yeah,
that's kind of a promise from my end.
yeah.
It's a
So many
clickbait.
times,
It's a clickbait. Don't go for the swags.
yeah. So many times there are,
Definitely,
yeah. I mean,
I
gift
would
cards
say.
as well. Like, okay, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it can be anything. It can be ServiceNow
yeah,
swags, or it will be from ServiceNow altogether. That's there. So,
mm,
go again. Like if you participate in any meetups, if you win something, you'll get a lot of swags altogether. I remember like in last meetups in Pune, like in January, we gave some jackets also. Like so, that was kind of all the swags for some of the attendees. So yeah, make sure you participate in it. And I can say like swags is something secondary in the meetup, but when you join the meetup, the experience, the connections, the knowledge, that will be the primary thing. You will forget about swags altogether, like when you join the meetup, because that will be the connection, the network that you have built, that will be really important. So and it will help you out. I have heard people like there was one developer I met in Hyderabad. He said like I joined these meetups like 2 years back. I made a friend in the meetup itself. Now we are working together. That person referred him into his company, and that's how he was able to like join the organization and all. So again, up to you folks. Like join the session that's near you, and if you have any question, let us know. We'll be trying to we'll try to answer that. All right. So
yeah,
yeah, I think we are in the end of the stream. So thank you very much, folks, for staying and joining us for this session. And I
yeah.
hope you got a lot of clarity about developer meters. What are these? And also, any final words from Harneet and Ishan?
Yeah.
No, I think I'd really like to thank all the people who had been listening to us and you both for spending your evenings, afternoon. Ishan, I am pretty sure you're missing your party night today. Ishan parties every Friday, so I think he's missing out all of
Oh,
that fun just to be here on the
you're
show.
just claiming anything.
So going
Uh,
off the screen, coming back on the screen, I think Ishan it dictates something maybe for the people.
So I'm just watching Australia versus Pakistan. So we've got the cricket World Cup going on, and India is doing great. So yeah, just excited, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing is, so Q for Melbourne meetup is coming as well soon. So planning around mid-November somewhere. So yeah, keep an eye out. We'll have fun.
And
End of
you know
year.
where to go to register for the meetup now. It's like ServiceNow Developer Program. Just if you type ServiceNow Developer Program, meetups, the first link that will come up is the meetup one. So go there and search the Melbourne group or London or Bangalore or New York, anywhere. We have a lot of groups for you guys to join.
Yeah.
All right. So
All
thank you
right.
very much, folks.
Thank you, everyone.
And yeah, have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.
Amazing. Thank you everyone for joining. Have a nice day
Bye.
ahead. Bye
Bye.
bye.